But anyway, enough about that school situation. Let's move on to the Second Amendment sanctuary cities in Oklahoma. How about that?
This has been awesome. It started Wednesday morning. Somebody posted up to me about the sheriff of Logan County. That's Guthrie. Guthrie's the historic original state capital of Oklahoma, about 30 minutes north of.
Is that this guy?
Current one. Yeah, Damon Devereaux. No, it's actually...
This is different, okay.
Yeah. So, Damon Devereaux, who's part of the Oklahoma Sheriff's Association, just said, you know, guys, I'm not going to... he's telling his district attorney, he's telling the attorney general, all of these so-called gun grab things that you see, the bills in the legislature, you know, for all this stuff, we're going to take away anything with, you know, how many magazine, you know, capacity and all that.
Right.
He's not going to do it. So then the next day, well, actually, that same morning, Marvin Goodman, one of the county commissioners, a friend of mine, he says, you know what, I'm putting this on the agenda for Friday morning at our county commission meeting. And
Excellent.
so they had the sheriff speak, and then they voted. Marvin expanded on it, and all three of the county commissioners voted overwhelmingly, we're backing you up, Sheriff. No resources of this county are going to be used for unconstitutional gun grabs. That means anything that didn't first go through due process of law, as our Constitution requires. Nobody shall be deprived of life or liberty except by due process of law. So... in the meantime, Thursday, we had, Sheriff McKinney down there in Duncan, and we had, it just kept going and going and going. By Friday afternoon, Chris Wallace, I believe is...
Morris.
Chris Morris from McAllister became, I think he was the 6th sheriff, and they all went off Damon Devereaux's proclamation.
Right.
But Chris added some really good words.
So check this out. This is from Chris Morris, Pittsburgh County Sheriff.
This will be McAllister, which is really the old Democrat. This is Gene Stipe's old district. So you know where this is coming from.
And this is February 14th, 1:20 p.m. from Chris Morris on Facebook. I'm officially announcing today that I stand with other Oklahoma sheriffs and many across the county in support of the Second Amendment. Lower in the statement, he says, I believe that if every citizen who could legally carry a firearm would, not only would they and their families be safer, but our entire community would be safer as well. That's Chris Morris out of Pittsburgh County.
He says, guns makes a society safer. That's coming from the top law enforcement.
Notice how he says those who could legally carry a firearm.
Right.
That's the safety part.
Yes. Yeah. Now, I looked up in the Oklahoma Sheriff's Association. Most of these names that were in there, when I got my first bunch of 6, I posted up an article in Sooner Politics.
Right.
Most of those guys are not only members of the Oklahoma Sheriff's Association, but are board members. So then on Saturday, I called Harlan Moore. Harlan is he's a former Democrat up there in Delaware County. I met him the day he announced he's switching from the Democrat Party to the Republican Party. Okay. I was speaking up there at the Republican meeting, and I was tapped to officially welcome him in to the Republican Party.
Right.
And so I called him. I said, Harlan, I know you're the president of the Oklahoma Sheriff's Association. Now, you see what several of your colleagues have done. What is your position on this? He said, yeah. He says, I meant to issue that myself. I got busy, but first of next week, I'll be putting it out. So now you got the president of the Oklahoma Sheriff's Association officially coming on board. So we've got a snowball rolling down the hill.
That's excellent.
At a pretty good speed. So,
in fact, go ahead, because I want to read the counties when you're ready.
Yeah, go ahead. You're set up to go.
Well, this is excellent. This is typically when you hear a list of counties, it's because these counties are in danger due to a tornado alert. But these are the following counties where you're safe in a Second Amendment sanctuary city. Logan County, Stevens County, Canadian County, Haskell County, Bryan County, Pittsburgh County, LaFleur County, Cimarron County, Cole County, Cotton County, Kiowa County, Pushmataha County, and Latimer County. All 13 counties agreeing here with Chris Morris also agreeing that they will oppose any and all infringements on the rights and liberties of law-abiding citizens.
And here's another exhibit 492 of why the Little Dixie, that was always considered the stalwart Democrat part of the state, was always going to be Democrat. They're the ones leading. If you look at this map, and we've got it up here on Sooner Politics and on 3D Politics, Jameson Fott's done a great job, Muskogee Political. Most of Little Dixie is colored in on that.
Okay.
So we're talking those which were just 5 years ago, we thought, oh, those are Democrat, now always will be.
Explain to our young viewers who don't know what Little Dixie is. Where is Little Dixie?
Yeah.
Why do they call it that?
We kind of call it the Old South. We kind of, refer to it's, mostly Choctaw territory. Not that that has anything to do with it, but that they're just always going to be Democrat. Keep in mind, they were very much part of the Confederacy.
Just traditionally, historically, that's what it's been.
Yeah. The principal chief of the Choctaws, Greenwood LaFleur, chose not to come to Oklahoma, but he remained the principal chief. The reason he didn't come from Greenwood, Mississippi, is because he was a senator in the Mississippi legislature and a close ally and good friend of another guy. His name was Jefferson Davis.
Oh, that guy.
Yes. So I'm telling you, LaFleur County, all of the Choctaw counties down there, Little Dixie, are very much part of the Confederacy. So they hate Republicans. For over 100 years, they hate Republicans,
Right.
until my friend Wes Watkins finally switched to the Republican Party. They love Wes so much, they sent him back to Congress as a Republican. So it's things are changing in Oklahoma.
Excuse me.
You bet.
That is great. I think this is the kind of action and the kind of behavior that Oldham has continued to ask for from our officials. That is, when they're asked to do something unconstitutional, make a statement. Say you're not going to do it.
Yep.
That's some good